Okay, if we look at the side of a key action, these are the rubber contacts that live underneath the key, and when you push the key down, you've got the one contact makes contact a second before the other one. I'm going to just pull this up so you can see inside. There's a little brown or black piece of carbon down there, and the little rubber nipple touches the carbon. Now if you get a piece of dust or something, just stopping the contact between the rubber nipple and that underneath piece of carbon, it's not going to send the signal to the touch sensitive detection circuit. And how the touch detection actually works is when you push it down, the first little contact says start counting backwards from 127. So it goes 127, 128, 126, 125, 124, and then it goes 123. And if you happen to be pushing fast enough for the second contact to touch, when it goes to 123, it sends a number of 123 as your velocity to the computer, and it plays a very loud note. If you're pushing the note relatively slowly, the computer will count down, possibly down as far as 0, and then you won't get any sound out of the key because it's too slow for the sound to happen. So 64 would be a sort of medium strike, so it would go 127 all the way down to 64, and when the second one says stop, 64 gets sent off to the computer inside, and that's how the touch detection works. So if the stop contact, which is that one, doesn't work, then basically you're going to get no sound because it's just going to count all the way down to 0. And if the start contact doesn't work, you're going to get full volume because it's going to be sitting at 127. So it'll say, 127 is the value when it got the stop, but it never got the start, so it didn't start counting backwards. So that's how it works.